everyone, today I'm going to take you through our different Olympus models and try and work out which one is right for you. So the first difference between our models is quite self-explanatory. It's the size of the weight stack. We either have 80 kilos, 105 kilos, or even 150 kilos. And so it really just depends on how much weight you need for your training. Obviously, the smaller the weight stack, the cheaper the model is. So the second difference in our models requires a little bit more explanation. We have one type that has a 2:1 pulley ratio, and then our other model has a convertible 2:1 and 1:1 pulley cable ratio. So I'll get into this into a bit more detail now. So this side here has our 2:1 model. So essentially what that means is whatever weight you have on the weight stack, the actual resistance that you'll feel is half of that. So if you put it into the 40 kilo slot, you'll only be feeling 20 kilos. So why this is beneficial is for when you're doing accessory movements like tricep push downs or reverse flies. If you have a 5 kilo jump between increments, your form might suffer. So it's helpful having those 2.5 kilo increments for all your accessory moves. So on this side, we have our convertible 2:1, 1:1 model. So essentially what this means, you can see the difference here. There's 2 handles and 2 pulley connection points. If you just use the single handle like this, you've got the same 2:1 ratio that you had on this model here. However, what you can do is join the connection points with this carabiner, and then that turns it into a 1:1 model. So essentially what that means is when you put 40 kilos on the weight stack, you'll have 40 kilos of resistance as opposed to 20 with the 2:1. So to summarize, guys, the 2:1 model with the single pulley, it's cheaper than the comparable 1:1, 2:1 with the 2 pulleys. It's a simpler mechanism. The actual handle is a little bit lighter and easier to move up and down. And if you don't need that extra weight, this is probably the best model for you. The other consideration that you can take into account is that we do have a weight stack horn that you can add into this one and add up to an additional 50 kilos of weight with your existing Olympic weight plates to increase the weight that way if you need it. You'd choose the convertible 2:1, 1:1 model with the 2 cable attachment points if you think you'll max out the weight with the 2:1 ratio only. The awesome feature about this one is that you can get that full 105 kilos of resistance for your heavy lat pull downs or low rows without paying the extra money for, say, a 210 kilo weight stack on a 2:1 model. Both these models come in the same frame with our 75 by 75 mil uprights, 3 mil thick steel. So the full array of attachments are compatible with both. You're not missing out on any attachments by going with